Hey everybody, Michelle with Michelle's Frugal Living here. Thanks for watching my videos. It is February the 15th of 2017. Wanted to come on and answer some inbox questions that I get all the time about Rite Aid, and I get new people all the time, so I remake these videos all the time. Sometimes people come up with questions that I didn't even know was a question or a problem of any type. Anyways, I do have lots of instructional videos about Rite Aid and how BonusCash works, linked in there. All these videos that I've been making over the years linked up in a playlist on my YouTube homepage. So go over there, look for the Rite Aid playlist, and start watching some videos if you need to learn how to coupon at Rite Aid more effectively. Okay. Yeah, so let's just go down through here. Been having people ask about the 30% off coupons because I think they've been showing up printing out of the Catalina machine randomly for people. I do have a whole video explaining how that works, but 30% off, it's like gold discount. Instead of 20% off, you get 30% off. You don't get both. And when you hit bronze status, actually with your card, or when you hit silver status, at one point you'll get a 10% off coupon. And then at another point, you get, when you hit silver, you'll get a 20% off coupon. That's good one-time use only. Those work the same way that the 30% off coupon works on those type of items. So if you want to learn about that, what items it'll work on, what it won't work on, you can go watch the video about how 30% off coupons work. Just in your case, it might be 10% off or 20% off instead of 30. So, but you don't get both your gold discount 20% off and the 30% off on top of it. You just get the 30% off. Still, their BonusCash is not showing up all of the time in load to card. Okay, so yeah, it's still an issue with me. They obviously haven't got that worked out, and it doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to why some of the BonusCash shows up in load to card and some of it doesn't. Okay, it's just the way that it is. So the message there is you really need to be writing down your BonusCash and keeping track of it somehow, however you do it. So it shows on the bottom of the receipt when you earn it right here, and then it may show up in your load to card and it might not. So I have a whole video showing how I keep track of my BonusCash, and it's been working great for me. Let's see. Someone asked about if a transaction is voided, like before it's actually completed. They had BonusCash got applied to a transaction, and then the cashier voided the transaction. You can still use that BonusCash. It didn't do anything to your BonusCash. It's still there. You can use it right away. If you return something, let's say you already paid for it with your BonusCash, how are you going to get your money back? They're going to give you cash. It doesn't go back as BonusCash. Okay, they don't have a way to do that. They'll give you cash for the item. Okay, and it's how much you paid for the item. Okay, so you don't lose your BonusCash per se. It just gets converted into cash. A limit on how many coupons you can use in one transaction is 7. That is a programming line in the cash registers. Okay, so I haven't had anybody since they made this big update tell me they could use more than 7 of the same coupon in one transaction. If you hand them 8, then maybe the cashier put one of them through, okay, and they manually entered it, all right? And sometimes companies put out, like if you print a coupon off of coupons.com and then you have one that came in the insert, they have different barcodes. So yeah, you could use 7 of the one barcode and 7 of the other would probably work. I've never needed to do that. And in fact, I've never needed to go past 7 coupons myself. I mean, I think the most that I typically use is like 6. And that's really rare for me to even use that many in the same transaction. And that would go for manufacturer coupons as well as Rite Aid coupons in the transaction. And some coupons themselves they have a limit programmed into the barcode on the coupon itself. It limits it, okay? Just remember, BonusCash does not pay tax. So if the cashier tells you that you owe $10 and you're like, well, I have $10 in BonusCash, okay, is some of that $10 tax that you owe, because the bonus cash will not apply to tax. You may only owe, you know, depending on your tax, you may owe, you know, $8.75, but the rest of that's tax. Okay, so that's why a $10 bonus cash wouldn't work. In some states, depending on the way bonus cash is categorized, in some states, it may actually reduce tax. Okay, in Indiana, it does. The bonus cash doesn't take away from the tax that I owe. But some places it might do that. And some states don't even pay sales tax. Okay. I've talked about this in the past, and this is weird. Okay, which bonus cash is it going to use first? Is it going to use the oldest one, or is it going to use the highest one? Because at some points I was looking and I'm thinking it's using the oldest ones, and then sometimes it uses the highest value ones. It seems to be a crapshoot, in my opinion. Okay, but in general, I feel like, and from what I've had people tell me and what I've read other people talking about, the bonus cash, it picks the highest value one first, but that's not always the case. Okay, and I don't know, in a perfect world, it would look at how much you owe, sort through, and, you know, give you the least amount that you'll have to actually have to pay in cash, but then it might not use the oldest ones. Okay, so I don't know. You just really need to keep track of your bonus cash and the expire dates of them. Okay, because potentially, from what we've had enough of it, been doing this long enough now, and had enough variety in dollar amounts that it's easy to see that it's not necessarily using the old bonus cash. And the other problem with that is that because it's not all showing up in my load to cart coupon account on Rite Aid's website, I don't know, like, I have a $3 that I earned last week and a $3 I earned this week. I don't know which $3 it used, because they're not listed in my load to cart account. So I don't know if I have some that's really old that, you know, or whatever. So I don't know what to say about that. Rain checks. I've had a lot of people asking me about rain checks at Rite Aid. I don't deal with rain checks. Okay, it is so rare. And I had in the past gotten a couple of rain checks. I mean, this was years ago at Rite Aid, when they two rewards programs ago. But typically, what the store does is they would reduce the price. Say you're supposed to get $2 in bonus cash for buying something. The price that they would write up on the rain check would be minus the bonus cash that you're supposed to be getting, because they don't have any way in the store to add bonus cash later on. And you can't call customer service and say, well, I have this rain check and I'm supposed to get $2 in bonus cash. I mean, that would be ridiculous. There's enough deals that come around and stuff like that I don't even bother with rain checks. Okay, and if you're a rain check fan, then you need to figure out from your store how they're going to deal with rain checks, because they may not even say, they may say, we can give you a rain check on the sale price, but you have to buy it this week to get the bonus cash. You know, that they won't even incorporate it, because what I have been told is that they don't have a written policy about how the stores are supposed to deal with rain checks. Okay, so you just need to work with your store about how they're gonna do rain checks if you're into using rain checks. Yeah, and tracking on the receipt. So if you do a deal like let me find the receipt. I had this on. Here it is. So where you need to spend $30 to get like $10 in bonus cash back, like right here, the amount that shows up over here is the amount you've already spent towards the deal. So I'm really close, like on this receipt, to getting to the $30. Okay, so that's what that is. And once you've hit the amount, okay, so on this receipt, I spent $30 2 times, and I got the bonus cash back right there. The amount left over, it just shows on this last receipt when I hit it. It says that I have 94 cents still tracking on there, but it's really not, because I maxed out the deal. And you can see that down here at the bottom that I already completed the deal. Limit reached is 2, but I had spent 94 cents over the limit. Okay? All right, that's all. If you got more questions, leave them. I'll make some more videos.